Yo, what is up everyone? Oscar here with a new video. Before I get into it though, I'd like to remind you all to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video, and turn on post notifications so that way you guys know when I drop a new video. So let's get into it. Now, I decided to do, after Real Madrid, if you guys didn't know, Real Madrid lost to Valencia horribly 4-1. Um, Due to penalties and all that, defenders. But Real Madrid in general um, aren't the same team. They're not the same defending team from last year. A lot of players, and maybe Zinedine Zidane, were kind of hoping for it to be that way, but they're not. They're not. They're gonna concede goals, especially if their defender, injuries, and it's not going too well for this team. So I'm gonna be posting, my reactions so far to the Real Madrid season. I'm gonna be talking about injuries, what could have been, what Zinedine Zidane should have done better, in this video. And then in another video, the next video, I'm going to be posting two videos. I'm going to be talking about what players should Real Madrid get rid of, what players Real Madrid should stay with, so that way they can, make room for the next transfer windows. There are already a few rumored signings, but I'll get into that video. I'm not going to talk about that here. So let's get into Real Madrid season. And Real Madrid right now, my reaction to their season is, if you would have asked me for maybe, I don't know, two or three games in, and I'm kind of happy I didn't do this, didn't talk about their season, 2 or 3 games in, if you would have asked me then, I would have said Real Madrid is having trouble scoring goals. But now, Real Madrid is having trouble defending. Let's look at who they got in that backside. They got Sergio Ramos, who's up in age. Rafael Varane, who has been good for Real Madrid. He has been struggling. They got Marcelo, who is who's old and has struggled for a long, long time. Casemiro, who's a midfielder, but he's been able to be a good defender in that backside. So I mean, they got good. Real Madrid got good, solid defenders. The majority of them though are up there in age, or they got young guys like Militao who just don't know what they're doing, and they got strugglers like Rafael Varane, who is a world champion with France, won a World Cup with France, and he's struggling. So, that defense and that midfield, the midfield and the forwards, and I'll get into the forward and attacks here in a few minutes. But the defense now is being exposed. I don't know what Zinedine Zidane, has injuries. I get that. They lost Carvajal, who's in that backside, and he won't be back for another few, probably two, after the international break. He's probably, I would not be surprised if he doesn't come back until after January. Who else is out there injured? Odria Solas, I guess is I apologize if I mispronounced that name. He's injured, so injuries are also impacting the game of Real Madrid, because if you have Carvajal back there instead of, I don't know, a Marcelo, or maybe even a what's this guy's name? Vasquez, who that's not his position, by the way. Lucas Vasquez is not playing in his position. Lucas Vasquez is a forward. He is not supposed to be defending. You have him in the wrong position, Zinedine Zidane. So I don't know what you're thinking right now with having Lucas Vasquez in that backfield. I guess when you got players down and unhealthy and injured, that's it's expected, but this proves that Zinedine Zidane needs to find defenders. And I'll talk about the transfer window in the next video, but now you're asking me that defending is one of the biggest problems. The next problem is scoring goals. It's scoring goals. Karim Benzema can't do everything. You expect him to do too much. I know that he's your leading guy, but you can't expect him to do everything all the time. You brought in Luka Jovic, and like I said, we'll talk about. He's one of those guys that Zinedine Zidane brought in last year, and he did jack squat last year. At the start of the season, he started to show his potential, but he got injured, so now he's back. So I'm wondering if that injury is going to impact his play now, because he barely played against Valencia, and he did next to nothing. So that's just my take on that. Eden Hazard right now, he's shown to be a flop. Another purchase of Zinedine Zidane last year in the summer. He's not been he's injured, unfit, unhealthy, blah blah blah, and he's right now shown to be garbage. He finally got a goal this in a game this like two weeks ago. I'll give him that, but can he do that? Now. I understand he's not gonna be your speed guy. He's gonna be your game changer. He's gonna just get the ball and try to score. That's what he's gonna be. That's what he's gonna be paid to do now. But it is what it is. Real Madrid needs to score goals, and like I said, just not enough goals. The midfield is fine, funny enough. So the concerning issues is forwards or strikers, and the defense. And I don't want to get into what ifs, but I guarantee you, if Real Madrid was able to get their act together and play Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League like they're supposed to, play with that defense that they showed last year, play Borussia Mönchengladbach like they're supposed to, play Valencia with minimal mistakes, Real Madrid should have been fine in the defensive and in La Liga and Champions League. And a lot of people would have not criticized Zinedine Zidane, because now you hear the whispers. Is Zinedine Zidane gonna get sacked? Is Zinedine Zidane? He's slipping. But here's the thing, Zinedine Zidane. If you get rid of Zinedine Zidane, who's gonna coach Real Madrid? You don't have who Pochettino. He's gonna bring in a lot of Tottenham guys. So, like I said, I'm gonna talk about transfers. I'm also gonna talk about transfers that have been done to free up money. This is gonna be in the next video. So, stay tuned here. I'll be back here in a few seconds to talk about who should stay and who should go. But this is my reaction to right now what the season is going to, what the season has been so far. Real Madrid has flopped, in my opinion. They're this close to getting kicked out of the Champions League. They're this close to getting kicked out of the not getting, I'm sorry. They're like in fourth place in La Liga. So who knows? Who knows if their defense was solid, if they had solid strikers that can produce day in and game in and game out. Who knows what this team would have been like? But anyways, all right. Next video up is transfer windows, who should stay and who should go. All right.